The panel is back. Wendy and Patrice. Wendy, Obama should have fired him. People having a fit when Trump fired Comey after Rod Rosenstein advised him to do so. What do you think? Should Obama have fired him?
I don't think that James Comey is as honorable as he says he is. I would say that. I think both Democrats and Republicans are starting to question the nature of this book and starting to question what is the reason why he even wrote this book. Right now, I think that there are some elements of the book in which brings forth some evidence that we should question, the authenticity, so to speak, of the president and his administration. But on the same lens, we have to question the authenticity of the author, and that is James Comey. And it's an eyebrow raiser right now.
Yeah, to Wendy's point, Patrice, James Comey is saying speculative, crude things about the president. What's your reaction? How does this? He's running the federal police force. What's your reaction? He was running it.
I mean, I think the stuff that he's saying, the salacious stuff, is really undermining, if there's any truth to his book, what could be true. I totally agree with Wendy, though, that, he's made enemies on both sides of the aisle, and everybody realized he didn't deserve to have the job that he had. He's just the only person who hasn't realized that.
Okay, we're now minutes away. President Trump about to hold a joint news conference with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Fox Business will bring it to you when it happens. Wendy, what are you hoping to hear? What do you expect?
Well, I want to hear the president talk about how he wants to move forth as far as diplomatic matters between himself and Abe. I think that what the Democrats fear here is that the president sometimes gets a little bit unhinged when he meets with foreign leaders. So as long as he sticks to the script and continues to talk about diplomacy and the ways in which we want to forge ahead, then everything should be okay here.
Patrice, what's your reaction?
I do agree that ensuring that Japan and the United States have a strong relationship from a trade perspective, but also from a diplomacy and a military perspective, this is a great opportunity for the president to kind of cement that relationship. I do hope to hear a lot about China and how Japan is both viewing China's encroachment in the region, but also, what it's going to do to address North Korea. So those are two big areas that I think we're going to be listening for, and I hope to hear something substantive coming out of the conversation.
Wendy, we have that upcoming summit potentially with the president and the leader of North Korea. I'll tell you this thing. After the Trump administration announced those tariffs on China, a week later, North Korea's leader was in China meeting in Beijing. Your reaction?
I think my reaction is that we have to keep an eye on this, because whether for good or for worse, or however you may view, and whether you sit on the right or the left side of the aisle, it seems that there's something within Trump that Kim Jong-un is attracted to. And how do we spin that to our benefit? How do we use that to denuclearize potentially the North Korean regime? And his ability to do that will cement him in history.
Okay, Patrice and Wendy, thank you so much for your time. Good stuff.